with us. We get going. All right. Jim and Charlotte. You, man. All right, bear with us. We're going to get rolling. All right, we are at the height, the fullness, all right, of this man's sufficiency. All right, we'll get into that real quick. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Jim and Charlotte. Back at you live in effect. All right, before we get started, we'll give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, back out here bringing out another Saturday, man. All right, continue to prophesy and chant the downfall of Babylon the Great, man. Okay, which is America according to the Bible. All right, so we're gonna get right into this thing, man. And you know, we've been talking about it all week. That's been a very prevalent topic of this man's system that's coming to pass, the beast. All right, this technocracy that they're slowly ushering in under the people's nose, man. All right, and they want you to worship the AI as if it's God. All right, and that's what the Silicon Valley, as we did the lesson. All right, Silicon Valley, these technocrats, they're funding the so-called Christian right, okay, to bring this to pass, right? Because what's going to happen is that this man is not going to be able to fully usher in this thing as smoothly as he thinks. He's going to get resistance from the people who actually, believe in the Bible, man. So right now they're using the money to sway the so-called Christian right, these Christian Republicans, conservatives, or whatever you want to call them. All right, to look at AI as what society needs. Okay, because these technocrats, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, all right, all these guys that Trump brought in his administration, all right, they're all in a position of being saviors, right? But the deception, okay, is that this very technology that they're using to say that which is going to upgrade society. All right, you're going to become super intelligent. Okay, you can search the internet through your brain, your eyelids. All of these so-called pseudo miracles that they're presenting to the public. At the end of it all, it's all going to be a snare. All right, to entrap you, to imprison you in a digital imprisonment, man. All right, and this is what the true prophets are out here to warn you about, man. All right, we're supposed to break this down and make it plain upon tables, right? You had something real quick? I had something. Go.
This is Revelation 13, verse 4.
Yep.
It says, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Mm-hmm. Right? And we're talking about this current system that's in place right now, the Edomite hegemony.
The New Rome.
The New Rome, right? Who has reached its fullness of his power, right? Yep. But it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months.
Yep, period
right.
of time.
A period of time, right? Pretty much, we're coming out to a time where, I believe, what is it called? The 250-year period? Pretty much, I forgot the actual term for it. But they were saying pretty much that it's coming to an end.
Okay.
Right?
Little season?
Well, I was talking about the 200-year period that America's been up, pretty much the kingdom. Yeah, pretty much the kingdom, the time period that the kingdom lasts.
Oh yeah, 250 years.
250 years.
No kingdom survives more than 250 years.
Right.
Right, and we're at that 250-year mark now, starting this July.
Right.
Yep.
God, but it says, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Right, and we're seeing that now that he reaches height. Now we're seeing come out with all the bullshit, man. Right. Now you're seeing come out with all the pseudoscience, right? He's going back to the what they call the racial
scientific racism.
Yeah, scientific racism.
Yep.
Right. Now he's claiming AI to be God.
Yeah.
Right. Where AI is trying to create a new Bible. There's a lot of different things going on with that, and they're trying to resurrect the third or erect the third temple. Man, there's a lot of things Esau is coming with to blaspheme the scriptures, but also blaspheme the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Yeah, a lot of left-handed sacrifices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You got it, Doc. All right.
So Psalm chapter 21 and verse 9, and it says, thou shalt make them as in fiery oven,
and the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. All right, ultimately going into the hegemonies of Esau, Edom, they're going to be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles.
That's right.
It says, verse 10, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men, which the scriptures go into how ultimately, if their children is born, it is for the sword.
That's right.
It says, verse 11, for they intended evil against thee, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And going into what we're going into in this lesson, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So Esau, even the so-called white man, is going to get his NWO off the ground, but it's not going to get to its fullest succession.
Yeah, they got the AI is making decisions on its own. It surpassed human intelligence. Okay, you got all these data centers that are being built up across the country that are killing the water supply. You see what I'm saying? So we're at that point, man. Okay, where they actually think that they're going to fulfill this thing, and this transition is going to be a smooth transition. It's not going to happen. All right, it's going to be met with resistance, man. All right, this is why they're getting ready. This is why they got Palantir, NVIDIA, and Gideon. All right, to mark and track everybody. Okay, social credit scores. What you put on the internet, the videos you watch. All right, they have your so-called digital footprint, so they know everything about you. Right, so this is what they're doing. They're categorizing everybody before the devil, pursuing the Revelation 12, comes down with that great wrath. All right, you got that out.
God. This is Job 20 and verse 19. It says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Read that again.
God. Job 20 and 19. Because he had oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yeah, so it says surely he should not feel quietness in his belly. Go ahead.
He shall not save of that which he desires.
Right, because right now, even in the midst of them, this transition is going on into this technocracy, they still have uncertainty about themselves. This is why they have their scriptures say they're worried in councils. Yep. They worry themselves in councils. So they're trying to really pinpoint this thing where it can actually come in smoothly, man. But it's not going to happen that way.
Right.
So even in the midst of, even at the height, as we're going to read of his, the fullness of his sufficiency, right? There's still an unease about it, man. Right. Okay, because they know at this time, hey, this is like the climax, man. Yeah. Right? In every movie, you have a climax, and when that climax hits, then that's the downfall.
It's only way. How's it go? There's only one way from there, and that's down.
It's down. That's it. Get loud. Yeah, that's it. The movie music start getting all dramatic. Right. This is what we at now. The villain get all prideful, start laughing and shit. Yeah. Crescendo. Yeah. Yeah. The villain start laughing and shit. He think he got it, and then the superhero comes. This is where we at now. Right. So let's read on out. Read that again.
Verse 20. Job 20 and 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yep.
You shall not save of that which he desires.
He's not going. He can't save himself, man. He can't prolong his kingdom any longer, man. The Most High has an appointed set time. Right. Okay. He's reached bounds that he cannot pass. All right. And part of those boundaries, again, is the height of this AI. Right. Okay. This beast system that's being presented. Okay. This is it for him. He's not going past that plateau, so to speak. Right.
He has all these contingency plans in place, trying to preserve what he has attained through rape, robbery, and murder. Right. But then he's also trying to prolong by so-called trying to tap into the multiverse, so to speak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, the Project Looking Glass, right? Yeah. Trying to figure out different outcomes of realities.
Opening portals.
But come to find out, man, hey, all the evidence is pointing to that you're going to be bottlenecked to one particular outcome, and that's your downfall, man.
That's it, man.
And that's what we're seeing right now, man. That's why you see America in the condition that it's at, right? This place can't continue on, man. With the way the system is set up, that's the reason why they're trying to come up with the reset. But that reset ain't going to work either, man. Right. The only global reset that's going to happen is with Yahweh Shem Yahushua being at the helm of power, man. And the Israelites ruling over the earth. You Edomites are done, man. Y'all's reign is over, all right? I mean, All you gotta do is look at the average Edomite, man, and you can see that they're through, man. The homeless population is growing in numbers with Edomites, man. They're calling it a crisis. You know, the drug addicts, the fentanyl addicts, mostly a lot of them are Edomites, man. So you Edomites are done, man. Y'all hegemony is through. Y'all power is through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of y'all Edomites make the same wage as the average Jake.
Go ahead. You got it.
Continuing on, Job 20 and verse 20. I'm reading it back. It says, "Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly; he shall not save of that which he desires.
That's right. Keep going.
There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his good."
Yeah, this is it, man. All right, this is the end of his power, his system, his influence over the planet. All right, his wines that he's pushed around the world. This is the end of the Edomite influence, man. Right? This is what they're trying to preserve. And remember, the scriptures say that his inward thought is that his kingdom should go on forever.
Right.
Okay, so this is where we at, man. Right? The way this movie is panning out is awesome, man. And we're living it, man. All right, we're watching prophecy come to pass. Where, hey, like the Elder Yashawamba said, hey, you know, we're that generation coming back, man. All right? That last generation that has been erected through the Spirit that's going to see the destruction of the wicked and the salvation of the Lord's elect, man. The Lord willing, that's us. All right, scriptures talk about that in Psalms. Let me get that real quick since I mentioned it. Psalms, I want to say, is it 23? Bear with me 1 second. It says, this is the generation of them that seek his face, roughly paraphrasing. Let me see, is it Psalms 23?
No, it ain't that.
It ain't that one? Man, pull it up. Let me find this. This is the generation of them that seek him. Slip my mind. We're going to pull it up real quick. Bear with me. Right? Because that's us coming back in these last days. All right, fulfilling Ezekiel 37, Isaiah 44, Revelation 11 and 11. Right? You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Psalm 24, verse 6.
There you go.
This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob.
Yeah, this is the generation of them that seek him. That's us, man. Okay, fulfilling the prophecy of the elect being raised up in these last days, man. Ezekiel 37 says that once the breath came back into his people, they became a great exceeding army, man. That's us, man. All right, the house of David. We're in a time where the breaches are being closed. All right, that spiritual tabernacle is being raised up. It's all prophetic.
Revelation 11.
There you go.
Where it says, you know, a great fear fell upon us all them.
Yep.
Right? We stand upon our feet. We stand upon our feet right now.
That's it.
We're actually able to stand. We actually have a footing right now in this truth.
That's right.
Unlike when we were back in the world where Esau was able to mock and scoff us, have us in derision. But now that we're standing upon our feet, even though they're mocking, really deep down, they can feel that anxiety building up.
That's it.
You know, their end is coming, man.
That's it. They hope we're wrong.
Right, they hope we're wrong. Hey, but a lot of evidence is coming out. Like already with the Amalekites, there's already been, amongst these Edomites, they're already finding out that they're the house of Esau.
That's it, yeah, exactly.
Right? So already the fact that he's being revealed, and the fact that all these lies are being confounded with the truth, and being now, so come to find out that they're the Edomites, so who are the true Israelites?
That's right.
Right?
That's right, brother. And it's heavy too, not the rant, but I've noticed too, ever since I did the little spiritual analysis on the Dark Ages, and how Jake was ruling Europe, Spain, Germany, all right, basically the Asian continent, right? You got a lot of Edomites that are mad about that, man.
Yeah.
All right? It got presented that you are the wild man, the Neanderthal, the caveman, all right? All that information is coming to light, and these Edomites are mad because they're finding out that, look, you weren't the knights with the shining armor, man. Right. You weren't the original rulers of Europe, man. Okay, during that period of time known as the Dark Ages, it was Jake. All right, the Israelites, man. Specifically dealing with the house of Judah, man. Right. All right, the house of Judah was ruling Europe, man, at that time for a period of 1,000 years, man, according to Revelation, the 20th chapter, man. So a lot of Edomites are tight about that, man. Right?
Yeah, like I had a comment on my comment board like 2 months ago. Pretty much the guy was saying, he was like, oh, y'all one of them guys, I think y'all were kings back in Africa or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking about, man? It was like, of course we were kings, man. But that shows you that these Edomites, they have that mindset of like it's almost like stupidity for Jake to think that they were kings back in the past.
It's madness.
It's madness. Like, ain't no way, right?
Exactly. You're just slaves. That's it.
Yeah.
You know. But it's all the Lord said the truth, and the lies would be quenched. All right, deceit would be shut up, and the truth which have been hidden for so long shall be declared. That's the time we in. These things would happen before the Lord would bring the physical end of this place, man. You got it, brother. You jump back.
Jumping back to Job 20 and verse 22, it says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits."
He shall be in straits. We're at the fullness. We're at the height of this thing. Hey, can you look up sufficiency just to see what it says in the regular dictionary? Yeah, in the fullness of his sufficiency, man. They got the data centers. They got the AI. Okay, they got the GMO foods. All right, they're shutting down the farms. You see what I'm saying? Right. What's it called? The Palantir is an official part of the Pentagon now, man.
Right.
So they got everybody tracked and monitored, man. They're getting ready to roll out this chip.
Right.
Okay, so there's no way you can't say that we're not at the height of this man's sufficiency.
Right.
You know?
Esau feels he has everything in place.
Exactly.
Everything is nice and ordered. He has all his ducks in a row.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Ready to just come down.
Yep.
But it says, for the word sufficiency, it says...
all the chaos emeralds, right?
Right. It says sufficiency is the state of having an adequate, enough, or competent amount of something to meet specific needs.
That's heavy, yeah. So they think they got it all in place, man. They think they're going to execute. All right, it's going to be a flawless execution. All right, they're going to enslave the planet through technology. Right? They in their minds, they got it all laid out. Right. Go ahead.
It says, often implying a balance between necessary resources and availability.
Yep.
It represents the quality of being good enough for a particular purpose rather than excess.
Right, because remember, the devil, Noah, Yuval Harari, what did he say? He said that they now have the technology that the ancient kings didn't have.
Right.
So he was saying now they got what they need now and they can pull this off.
Right.
So again, that adds to what we read in that word sufficiency.
Right. Now they're talking about how they can make God angry.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If he stops the rain, they can make rain.
There you go.
You know, all these different forms of blasphemy of the Lord, man.
Yeah. We got AI now.
Right. We got AI
we don't need God is fake news. That's what he said. All right? He said so-called Jesus Christ is fake news. And we got AI now, man. Right. AI is going to rewrite the Bible. AI is the God now. All right? And you see what's going on little by little. And these people are so bugged out, they're actually taking counsel from the AI. He's the therapist, right? They're actually going to the AI to get spiritual counsel. Right. You could talk to Jesus. You could talk to Satan. Remember, this came out like 3 years ago.
Yep.
2-3 years ago. You know, you could talk to the devil. You could talk to Jesus. You could talk to Allah through the AI. And people are doing this shit, man. You see? Go ahead, brother.
It's so funny because even pastors, they're getting, I looked this up, pastors are getting their sermons through AI.
Yeah. There you go.
I just found that to be funny.
There you go.
It says, Job 20 and verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yep. Every hand of the wicked. Really going back to the Israelites, man. Because the Lord going to let Jake loose on Esau in due time, man.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Salaki.
Oh, no, that's Salaki. I was just going to say for that word for workers, it just means labor.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's the laborers? Get James 5. Right, because that word was laborers, right?
Right.
James 5 and it talks about how the laborers cry out. James 5 and 4, 3. Just to add on to that point. Yep.
This is James 5 and verse. I'll start at 3.
There you go.
It says, "For gold and silver, for your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh, as it were fire."
Yeah, because everybody knows that America's money is pretty much worthless, man.
Right.
All right. There's no more fiat. No more gold, silver standard. Right. This is why you have hyperinflation. This is why the Federal Reserve is ripping people off. This is why the whole system is pretty much fraudulent. Right. This is why they're getting ready to do away with this current system to bring in a new one, which is going to be digital currency, man. All right.
It says, "Yea," it says, "Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days."
Yeah, you have heaped treasures together for the last days. All right. This man has all the world's resources, man. He has the money, right? And he's hoarding it all to himself.
Gold, the silver.
The gold, the silver, all of that, man.
Even some of them gemstones that these other nations are fighting.
Yep.
You know,
rare earth minerals.
Yeah. Yep.
He got all of that, man. Because what's the vision? They bring in nuclear war.
Right.
They hide off in those bunkers. Right. All right, and then post-destruction, they come out of those bunkers and they have a new world. Mm-hmm. All right, a new world order that's governed through AI and Satan. Right, where the population has now been reduced from 8 billion to 500 million. Right. That's basically the goal. So that 500 million is going to be controlled by the beast. Right. That's the vision.
Right.
You know.
They even show you that in several movies, like that TV show Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
They show you that in that. You know how they're going to purposely blow up the earth or blow up parts of the earth, and then they're going to come out the bunkers and reestablish their order.
Exactly. And they're going to survive according to prophecy.
Right.
You know, Revelation, I want to say like the 9th chapter somewhere, 16th chapter. Mm-hmm. Right. How they have those bunkers. You know. So the Lord is reserving them, all right, to be the first fruits of slavery at the end. Right? Because they're going to be hunted out when the elect come back down out of when New Jerusalem comes down with those new bodies. That's right. They're going to be hunted out. You got it, brother.
This is James 5 and verse 4. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, riot."
Yeah, the laborers are crying out. The laborers are Jake. Right. All right? Read that part again.
God. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud."
Yeah, who have reaped down your fields, man. Everything that made America officially so-called great was off the back of Jake. The Israelites were so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, Hispanics. And they're crying out, man, because of what? Of the fraud, man. Right. Sanctions, taxes, poverty, oppression, being at the bottom, not having so-called equal rights, no true justice. That's the lowest people crying out, man. Go ahead.
It says, "And the cries of them which I reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth."
The Lord of armies, man. So the Heavenly Father, okay, is hearing the cries of his people, man. Right? This is why all this shit that's happening in the end all be all nuclear destruction. It tells you in Isaiah 34 that this is the vengeance of his temple, man. All this is being done for what Esau Edom did to the Israelites, man. Right. Okay?
The controversy of Zion.
There you go. The controversy of Zion. There you go. Right? That was it on that. Go back to Job.
God. Job 20 and verse 23, it says, "When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating."
Right. So like we talk about the parallels, right? We see the height of AI in this left-hand power, but at the same time, what do you have on the other side? You got nuclear war right at the front door. So as he's bragging and boasting about a new world that's going to be governed through artificial intelligence, you got nuclear war right at the doorstep, man. You got the nations coming together, all right, to make alliances against America. Okay? America is actually surrounded as we speak. They don't talk much about that, man. By Chinese and Russian warships, man. Right? The scriptures say in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter or the 50th chapter, how they were going to encompass Babylon round about. You know, it says set forth the ambushes. That's what's going on now. Okay? So let's read on. We got a little bit more.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add to the point, you know, you also got, you know, cyber attacks.
Oh yeah,
they're talking about cyber attacks, talking about what do you call it? Drone attacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Different infiltrations that's going on.
Yep.
Right? And that's what you mentioned. They don't really need to surround America if they don't want to. All they got to do is aim the missiles, you know, and they can reach over here in less than 30 minutes, man.
That's it.
But going back, Job 20 and 23, I'm going to read it back. It says, "When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating."
Shall rain it upon him while he's eating, right? Right when he about to cut into that steak.
Right.
The Most High gonna crash the party. Right? When he thinks he has enough people chipped up or whatever the case is, it's a wrap.
Yep.
'Cause the last thing, the icing on the cake, so to speak, is before the nuclear destruction, the missiles, the icing on the cake. But before that happens, they gotta roll out that chip. Mm-hmm. They gotta roll out that MOTB infrastructure, which we're seeing it now. Go ahead.
Can I get something real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah, you got it, brother.
This is Isaiah 47 and verse 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have perverted thee. And thou said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me." Right. So this is the mindset of Esau, man. Right. He has gotten to such a level of pride, right, because he has been so long without any true competition.
That's right.
He hasn't been touched, man.
That's it.
But right now, the Most High is touching him, so now he's getting prideful. The scripture talk about he that is
Harden his neck, something like that.
hardening his neck. That's what you're seeing him right now. I mean, he's hardening his neck, right?
Hey, what did the Lord do to Pharaoh? Didn't he not harden his heart?
Right, he hardening his heart, man.
You know, because Pharaoh thought he had us back then.
Right.
And look what happened to him. So how much more now in the spirit, right? Because scriptures say that the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. Right? So we understand what's about to happen. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off.
Nope.
So you ain't gonna be able to put this off. Now you ain't gonna be able to delay it. You ain't gonna be able to, say, oh, well, we're gonna cancel the Most High's plans. No. What's the scripture say? Pretty much in Psalms 2 and 1, it says, why did he rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Right. So this is all Esau's vain attempt at stopping the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, which is to establish his kingdom on earth.
That's right. And if I can actually show you why that's a vain thing, because his main goal is to erase the Lord's influence out the earth.
There you go. Right.
But no matter what you try to do, the Lord's influence is in everything, even him. Right. You are the personification of the left hand of the Most High. You're the personification of the left hand. So even though you don't want to admit it, you are a part of the Most High's creation too. So showing you that your mind is too far gone, like it says.
God. Going back, it says, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, but thou shalt not know.
That's right.
Right. So all these things that Esau's preparing for is all going to be in vain, because he's going to be met with such a force that he's not going to be ready for it, man. He's really underestimating the power of the Lord. You got it.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 19. And it says, "Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? Who hath resisted his will?" And ultimately, nobody has resisted the will of the Heavenly Father, so it's nothing that, Esau either can do to prolong his kingdom. It's nothing that he can ultimately do, when he comes to that great wrath. It's already been destined.
I get two quick precepts to add to that, because what you're going to find out is the so-called white man was never in control. Right? Like you have that saying, once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it. Right. So once the Most High allows this devil to pop off this, the time of Jacob's trouble fully, he's going to lose control. Because right now he's trying to, fool you with his scientists, these telepaths, boasting their big plans of how they want this future to be. But it's not going to go like this devil thinks it's going to go, man. Right. Because like I said, you're not the one in control. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. All right, so the angels, which we're part of that, because we are angels as well. All right, the word angel can also mean messenger. So we're giving you the divine message from on high, and let you know that you devils are not in control. It says that in 1 Samuel, was it the second chapter, first chapter, where it says the Most High put it up, bring it down. Yeah. You never was you. It wasn't because of your great might, while you were able to take down, the different nations and get to where you are. No, it was through the influence of the Most High for prophecy's sake, man.
It's just turn the rule.
That's it, man. Go back to the statue in Daniel with Nebuchadnezzar saw, man. Yep. The head of gold, all right, the silver, the bronze, and now we're at the feet, which is the iron mixed with the miry clay, man. All right, this man is crumbling. As you can see, Babylon is out of here, man. Nothing's real anymore. All right, nothing makes sense. They're tacky as shit and all the bullshit they're doing out here, man. So it's letting us know we have a base man ruling us right now, man. This nigga's retarded. Right?
Yeah. The scripture said he would be loose for a little season, man. And then at that point, when you jump up in the same chapter, Revelation 20, to the time of Gog and Magog, of the Battle of Armageddon, right? So we're at that point of prophecy now. And once the war of Armageddon, nuclear war, World War III happens, that's the end of the Edomite rule. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. That's why even right now on a low level, you see that a lot of people are influenced off of Jake, like the energy, the spirit. People are trying to be like Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of these heathen, how they carry themselves and how they style themselves. It's all Jake, man. The whole cool persona, swagged out shit. You know, that's all the influence of Jake, man. Rap, hip hop. Even though a lot of that shit is demonic, but still, it's the influence of Jake that's taking over the earth.
That's the salt, man. We're the salt of the earth. That's why, because like we was talking about this the other day. When you go overseas, you mentioning like he's acting like us.
Right.
Majority of them are Jake, by the way.
Yeah.
Number one, but their culture is like years behind Babylon. So like you have like the Japanese over there doing fucking trap music and all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like 2000. Fucking T.I. 24 and shit like that. They got that going on over there now.
Behind, right?
If you look at like K-pop,
Yep.
K-pop, that's soul music. They were showing like they taking on the Michael Jackson persona and all that.
Yep.
That's them now, but they're showing you that's Jake though, man.
Yep.
You know, that's the influence of Jake. What is Edomite influencing, man?
Exactly.
Niggas ain't got no flavor, man. You know, I always make that joke. You that bag. If you was a Lay's bag flavor, you'd be black and white. It'd just be bland.
Yeah,
no salt, no pepper.
You don't see these other countries doing country music.
Hell no.
Yeah. And all the women want Jake. All these heathen women, they want Jake.
Hey, you go to some Arab, they cutting their head bald and had the big beards like Rick Ross. You know, walking around with the fucking lions. Lions and tigers like they pit bulls, man. They get that from Jake, man.
There you go, man. The lip injections, BBLs, that all goes back to mimic Jake. Jake got the thick lips, you know, the big buttocks, you know, and the women and shit like that. All that's to mimic the Israelites, man.
That's why you had that thing come out with the Amalek, how they were saying they were scared of Jake.
Yep.
You know, he said they're big. You know, they're intimidated. They say even the women. They say even the women like they whoop ass because they know it's that spirit in us, man.
That's it.
And they call us black Viltrumites.
That's it.
Because they know that's us.
But it's all the spirit because the elect are going to get raised with that power. So the influence of the Israelites is heavy in the earth, man. So again, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That transition is happening now.
One more point, it's like not to ramble, but if we're like this on a low level,
there you go.
How much more that power we get turned up, man? You know, so that just show you, man. We about to show you heathen how to really rule and run the world.
Shit, man.
I got two. This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13. And it says, "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?"
And what's the salt? Going back to the wisdom of the Lord, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Our righteousness, man. So when we're at one with the Most High, all right, hey, we're great. But even on the low level, we're great. But as it said, read it again.
"Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and trodden underfoot of men."
Right. So even the greatness that we see, you see LeBron James at 41 years old, dominating still. Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, you know, whatever name you want to think of, niggas that done great things on a low level. The Lord will get rid of them niggas, man. Because even with all that greatness they've done in America, once America's done away with, they have no true purpose that serves the earth. Because the influence that they have brought into earth is destructive. Because you look at rap music, all the Jay-Z's and different Lil Wayne's and different niggas, they've destroyed the Israelite, nation, man. You know? LeBron James, another one. Hey, okay, he's good at basketball, but that nigga's a Satanist, man. You see him do his pregame rituals, doing all the demonic symbols. That's him giving homage to his gods, man. Kobe was a wizard, man. You know, that's why when he retired, that's what was his book about, witchcraft, man. You know, so all these niggas, they're of no use to the Most High because they're not giving their their glory to the Lord. They giving it to these idols, man.
Well, their legacy is tied to America.
Exactly.
Man. So once America is destroyed, their legacy is going to go with it.
Yeah, you think in the kingdom we're gonna be in awe at Michael Jordan? Nigga, I wore your shoes in Babylon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, who gives a fuck about that, man?
I had your jersey, dog.
Hey, Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points in the game. Nigga, what's basketball, bro?
Exactly.
Nigga, we gonna be in galaxies, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Comparing Michael Jordan to, we gonna be on Neptune somewhere.
Come on,
bro.
man.
Chilling.
You look galactic.
Come on, man.
Fuck out of here, man.
So all of that shit that's tied to this world is going to be done away with. All right? Who you was on this side, how many points you scored, what type of worldly legacy you left behind, all that's going to get wiped out, man.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta start elevating your thinking. We're on a level beyond this world. That's why Scripture say we have no continuum city here.
Exactly, man.
You know, our thoughts are past this world, man. Like you said, Esau's the end of this world. So when it comes down to it, everything that ties to his kingdom, we're past that now, man. You know, we ain't out here trying to forward ourselves over here anymore, man. Yep. Because we're looking for the war that's going to begin after Esau's done with, man. Yep. You know, thinking about how you gonna manage planets, man. Sure. You know, intergalactic slave trade and all that, man.
It's
that scripture where it says his membership perish from the earth.
It's the brother brought the scripture out about the salt losing its savor, right? Yep. But to lose its savor, this is the word Strong's G3471, Morino. It says to be foolish, to act foolishly, to prove a person or thing foolish, to make flat and tasteless of salt that has lost its strength and flavor. Yep. You know, so this society has turned Jake's so-called power into foolishness, man. Yep. Right? And it's likened unto foolishness because it doesn't measure up to what the true power affords us, man.
It's ultimately, it's not showing forth the Most High and His full glory. Yeah, you're showing the talent, but it's not fruitful to the forwarding of life, because that's the whole purpose of what we're saying. Remember, we are the temple of the Lord. So as the temple of the Lord, we're supposed to furnish life. Going back to Adam. Adam's first job was to what? To keep and dress the garden, right? That word dress means, not dress, to keep, means to pretty much nourish, take care of, man. The earth, maintain, which is the earth, man. By doing what? By following the ways of the Lord. That's what the breath is for, man. To give you the understanding on how to govern the Lord's creation.
That's why it's so crucial that the law, statutes, commandments be implemented back into the earth, so the earth can regain its strength. All right, to go back to its former glory as it was in the garden before the fall of our foreparents. Right? That's the whole point that we're going back to. All right? When the house of David, when that government is established in the kingdom of heaven, all right, the earth is going to go back to where it's supposed to be, like it was in the garden, man. Yeah. We're going to live forever.
Yeah.
You know?
The world has been ran by the influence of Cain. I took a picture of that page. But it was saying one of the reasons why Cain, was cursed, because he forsook, his duty as being a dresser of the garden, man. And from there, when he forsook, his job, he ultimately threw the ways of the Lord off. All right, and that's the same thing we see that's running the world today, man. Sure. That's why Sirach, the 10th chapter, tells Esau that he's a foolish ruler, man. Yes, he's incompetent, man.
Sure. You got that.
So Job 18:17, it says, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street.
His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. It's going to be the same thing with you niggas. Niggas fighting for a block. Niggas fighting for to be some relevant in this world. Yeah, fighting over bitches. All that's going to get melted by fire, man. All right? Right along with Esau's so-called legacy, man. He shall have no name in the street. This is the end of the Edomite glory. The last hoorah of the biblical Edomite, man. Goodness gracious. Go ahead.
Verse 18, he shall be driven from light into darkness.
Yep.
And chased out of the world.
Yeah, he should be driven from light into darkness, man, because this so-called wisdom that he's operating with ain't really wisdom. All right, it's wickedness, man. And his so-called light is going to be changed to darkness, man. Okay, that meaning that's it for him. This light, hey, how do you say? I'm gonna put your lights out.
Lights out.
Hey, the Lord gonna put his lights out, man. Go ahead, because hey, he calls himself the Illuminati, the bearers of light. All right, go ahead.
He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling.
What does that mean? That's his bloodline. The Lord said he's going to do it. He's going to exterminate them, man. When you read the book of Obadiah, all right, the whole chapter gets into the fact of how the Lord is going to officially do away with the house of Esau, man. Go ahead.
They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted.
Yeah, the people are going to be astonished. It tells you that in Revelation 18. All right, how people are going to be astonished when they see the sight of Babylon on fire, man. When it's known around the world that America no longer exists. All right, people are going to be astonished. All right, go ahead.
Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High.
This is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is what? Destruction. All right, his destiny is desolation. Right? That's it. Can't get away from it. Yep.
Because you made mention earlier how he said he's going to be driven from light to darkness.
Yep.
Because the so-called wisdom that you have taken pride in, all right, that was to your destruction. This is Ecclesiasticus and Sirach 19:22. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. Because his so-called wisdom has led to the degradation of life. The death has been made fashionable here under his rule. That's why at the end of the day, the Lord has to hit the reset button. Man. So a great reset is biblical. But it's not going to go the way that Esau Edom desires it to go. Man.
That's it.
Because what the Lord is ultimately doing is fashioning your destruction by your own hands, man. You know? So that's why what we're seeing, man, a lot of people are crying out against us, man, even amongst his own people, because they know they're fucked. That's why one of the videos I was watching with that dude, David Wilcock, where you can see he was shook in his face, and he was talking about, this is it. No matter what we do, these elites, they're bringing forth our destruction. We mentioned Project Look Glass. He said that they searched out all possible ways alternatives to try to, get around the imminent future. And what they found out that it's inevitable. These devils, they've already been destroyed in the spirit. We have to play it out. So get this real quick. This is Job 27:14. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. And his offspring will not be satisfied with bread. So the only reason the Lord is still allowed you Edomites to repopulate is because you're going to be firewood, man. You're going to be fuel to the flames from the nukes, man. Yeah. Yep.
So Proverbs 24 and 19 in the NLT. Don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out.
Is that not true though? Look at all these wicked motherfuckers that, just thinking about Jake, all them wicked ass niggas that promoted violence and wickedness, and the Lord got rid of them, man.
And why? Because they're cursed. The line of the wicked is cursed, man. That's why I say you have no future ultimately, because the Lord is going to get rid of everything that offends him. And wickedness offends the Lord, man. It's that he's a power that can't look upon iniquity. Well, if you're conceptualized in sin, ultimately you're destined to be destroyed, man.
So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, starting verse 16. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection.
Yep.
And the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out.
Why do you think you're seeing these niggas getting put out their misery like this, man? A couple years ago, man, we was doing all them videos of all them rappers that was getting smoked. All these little Keishas and Ray Rays getting killed. That's being done because they're wicked. They're born from wicked parents who was born from wicked parents. It was a generation of wickedness that the Lord is allowing to be brought to the earth to be judged, man. That's the only reason you're seeing the earth so heavily populated right now, because judgment is imminent, man.
Yeah, a lot of Jakes are fathering kids that are not even theirs. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I had somebody I was connected to that brought that out, that worked in the hospital. A lot of these babies that are being born from these chicks nowadays, the father's ain't the father, man. So it makes sense.
You got these niggas, these YNs, being brought forth. Probably these wicked ass women, like Justin I did last night, man. The majority of these women here in Babylon the Great gonna die.
Factual.
You know, and the reason why, because you're one of the main causes to why everything is like this. You bringing forth these hoes, these little niggas. All right, you're destroying men.
She raising them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're raising them, and then you're destroying the men. Like, I know y'all saw that video of that bitch in the mall with that nigga on the leash. Y'all seen that shit? Yo, this nigga, he was in his car doing a video talking shit about how these niggas is weak. You know, you're supposed to be leaders. Then like 5 seconds later, they show him this little gothic. They both gothic looking. Being dragged around the mall on a fucking leash, man. And you see men, Jake men in there talking about. Like, bro, what are you doing? You know, so this is y'all fault. You know, so these niggas and these women that are not gonna be reformed, they gotta go. Yeah, you're sick. You're beyond healing at this point.
Beyond repair. You gotta be purged.
Was Solomon chapter 3, verse 17. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor.
Exactly.
Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
Yeah, horrible is the end. Horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Right? Look at this last generation of society, man. Super cooked, man. Niggas can't read, can't spell.
Yo.
Right?
Ain't no good.
This is coming from your so-called public school system, man. This is why, no child left behind. And these teachers, they're quitting in droves, man.
Yeah.
They're tired of these niggas, man. They're tired of the disciplining them. They're tired of the disrespect that they got to go through every day at school. It's a bunch of teachers. They just like, yo, fuck it, I'm done. I don't want to be a teacher no more.
That goes back to the parents, because like you said, a lot of these teachers, they don't want to deal with these children because you can't even discipline them.
You can't correct them.
If you correct them, then the parent gonna come up there and try to fight you.
Right.
You know, so
we want to deal with that.
It's all around. It's a bad. It needs a reset.
Yep. People going to homeschool now, man. A lot of parents are pulling their kids out and homeschooling.
Yeah,
man.
because you around these demons, they're gonna corrupt the children.
Exactly, man.
They're gonna teach them how to be gay, worship Satan.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's better if you do homeschool your children, man.
You know.
But who's the root of the problem? Esau.
It's all.
So,
he's the like you said, he's the root. Man.
Exactly. He created this problem. You know. Who was holding? You had that, Job? Yep.
Going back to Job 20, I'm gonna read 22 again. It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
That's right.
When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
That's right.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through."
Yeah, which is the nuclear missiles.
God.
Right.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of the gall. Terrors are upon him.
That's right. Terrors are upon him, and he can't stop it, man. No. He can't turn the hand of the Lord back. All right. If the Lord has proposed, who's to turn it back? Right. Who's going to stop the will of the Most High? As it did the lesson, man. Right. Who can resist His will? Nobody. Come on, man. You know. Go ahead, jump to that. Let's use hold something out.
God. This is Revelation 13 and verse 1. "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns."
Yeah, 7 heads, 10 horns. The empire Esau, man. Right. All right, the Edomite infrastructure. Now get that word for beast real quick.
God.
All right.
The word here,
because that today that would be the so-called Western power structure that's ruling the earth today. Go ahead.
The word there is Therion, and it says metamorphically, a brutal bestial man.
A brutal bestial man. Who is that? The Edomite.
Right.
The savage.
Right.
Right?
Daniel 4:17.
There you go.
Because look at his history. That's all he's known for throughout since the Greek, the Romans, the Crusades, the Ottoman Turks, the Knights of Templar. Everything that he's called himself, they all have conquistadors. Yep. It's all a history of bloodshed.
Sword. Yep. Any more?
It says a brutal bestial man, savage, ferocious.
Yeah. So that's talking about him and his ruling empire, right? Which that beast is tied back to NATO, America, and the EU. Right. So read verse 1 again now.
God. I just want to add this in there too. It says a venomous beast.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, because scriptures talk about how poison under his tongue, like the poison of an adder.
Oh yeah, adder.
Adder or
Oh,
whatever.
so like, go ahead. Get Daniel 7 to add on to that. Just to refer, to prove the point that the beast is also talking about an empire. Because in Daniel the 7th chapter, it refers to what? The four beasts. Those are the four what? Empires that were ruling. Right? Read that real quick. Daniel 7. Yeah, straight to the point.
This is Daniel 7:1. And in the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matter. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea.
Yep.
And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
Yeah, four great beasts came up from the sea. All right, these are the four empires of the heathen nations, man. You have the Babylonians, you have the Persians and Medes, you have the Greeks and the Romans. Right, these are all ruling empires at one point. All right, which Daniel in the 7th chapter regarded them as beasts. All right, so that was it. Let's go back to that.
Revelation 13 and verse 13. Revelation 13 and verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, because in this revival of Rome, which we're in right now, all right, pushes nothing but blasphemy of the Most High. Through his science, pseudoscience, his technology, his wicked philosophies, all right, all that's pushed through here. This so-called Western hegemony, right? Read on out.
Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Yep.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
The leopard was that the Greeks. The lepers is the Greeks. And then it said what?
It says, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
The bear represented Russia, because that bear is going to be responsible for taking down this current beast that's ruling now. Go ahead.
It says, in his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
The lion is England. Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
It is seat and great authority, because now we're in the midst of the revival of Rome. Rome 2.0. Okay, like Elon Musk said when Trump got put in office, he said that Rome is back. All right. So now, as we're going to get into, we're in the transition or the shift of a new technological Rome, which is going to be ruled through AI, the ruling entity. Let's read on.
That's what it says in I forgot where Revelation says his image. He gave his power, his image to speak.
Yep.
Right. That's through the classics coming back. The whole even the way the government is set up, the Senate, and all that.
Voting,
yeah,
all that, breaded circus, all of that, man. It's all the revival of Rome, ancient Rome. You got to go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9, and it says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
That's right.
It says,
kingdoms are reincarnated.
That's right.
The people and kingdom. That's why the people that we see in the positions of power here in Babylon, these are these same Roman Caesars and different government officials that was back there. That's what I said. Trump. Who was Trump in the spirit? We can tell that's Nero.
Yeah.
To the T, down to the looks, man, to the actions, how he's moving. They show you, bro. Spirits and kingdoms are reincarnated, man.
Yeah. Everyone's been looking up little facts about Nero. It's been brought out that he was behind, he supported the breaded circus.
Yep.
He would be at all the events.
Yep.
It said, brother brought out that he would stage like false assassinations and shit. Right? What else? It was a few things that was brought out.
He loved public institutions. He talked about bringing that back.
Yeah.
I forget the term, but that had the riots and all that, killing
Yep.
and all that. Even down to just the love, wanting to be loved by the people.
Exactly.
That's Trump.
And they say he was subject to the mood swings, the same way Trump is.
They say what happened when Nero pretty much fell out of public favor. What happened? He killed himself. So, Or see.
Go see.
Yeah,
Right.
also found out that a lot of the historians that wrote about him, that talked bad about him, was after he ruled. But during while he ruled, people were talking well of him because they didn't want to get executed. But that reminds me of like Fox News and all that.
Exactly.
You know
Oh yeah, because there's a video I seen earlier to where like all the people in his cabinet, like J.D. Vance and all them, when Trump was running for office, they was talking cash shit about him.
Yeah.
I would never support him and all this and that. And then now that he's back in office, they singing his praises.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
He got the power. You know.
Yeah, J.D. Vance said he would never vote for Trump. And look, that's that nigga vice president. Man.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay. Revelation 13 and verse. Did I finish verse 2? Oh yeah, I'll read it again. It says, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Yep.
And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority."
Yeah. So now Esau has the power. All right, get Psalm 73 to add on to that, man. Okay, he has the great authority through this spiritual revival of Rome, man. Right? He's sitting in the power seat. Psalm 73 and talks about his strength is firm. Psalm 73 and 4.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This is Psalm 73. I will start at 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked."
Yeah, the prosperity. When you look it up, it goes into Shalom, going into peace. Because right now he's in his kingdom. He's in his heaven.
Right.
So he said, "I was envious." Read that again.
It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked."
When I saw the prosperity of the wicked, right? Because they're in the power seat. Go ahead.
To add to that peace point, because what you see right now is them trying to establish what they call Pax Judica, speaking on peace for Jerusalem or peace for the Jews. Right? That's what these Israelis going into that greater Israel project. That's what they're trying to bring to the earth.
Yeah.
Right? And they already had Pax Romana, Pax America.
Yeah.
Right? So that's his whole MO, is to bring that back. Right? To have what's the word? Uninterrupted rule, man.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It says, verse 4, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm."
See that? There are no bands in the death, but their strength is firm. All right, his strength is firm through this power structure. All right, this revival of Rome. All right, where America sits in the power seat, man. Okay, really the whole Western hegemony, NATO, EU. All right, that's the Edomite hegemony that's ruling the planet. All right, let's go back to that. Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and verse 3. "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed."
Yeah, and his deadly wound was healed. All right, going back into what? The revival of Rome. Okay, and that power is being exercised through America, NATO, and the EU now. Go ahead.
"And all the world wondered after the beast."
Yeah. So now that same ancient Roman spirit is now today's modern power structure, man. And they're shifting now, as we talked about, into this technocracy. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 4, "And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Mm-hmm. Who is able to make war with him?"
Yeah, see, just like the ancient Roman Empire was a force, just like now in this time, America. All right, this Western hegemony. Right, nobody can compete with that. Go ahead.
Now get this real quick.
Yep.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. It says, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among nations? Right. So just like, well, this is talking about America, but we understand that America is going to be broken soon. Yeah. Right. So now they're like, how is the hammer of the earth broken, man? Yep. This great power, this great global dominant power, man. How is it falling? Right.
It's falling because the Lord is taking back that wisdom from him.
So, right.
The ability to tap into the left hand and get that guidance from these demons and Satan, the Lord is removing that from him.
That's right.
And so that's why, as we see, they're being more overt with the deceptions. All right, they're being more sloppy with these damn false flags, like that shit that just happened with the dinner.
Nigga ran up in the White House, bro.
But the security footage was AI, bro. How did nigga go from having a hat to a bow cut? And that nigga was moving like the Flash today. You know? That was bullshit.
Then they had the guy, the supposed shooter. It was an image that was online. They took it down, but he was part of the IDF forces.
That's all that too.
So Esau's looking actually absolutely horrible, man. Nothing's working.
They got to do this because they have to play like that dude David Wilcock was saying a lot of good stuff, man. You know, that's why they killed that nigga. He was saying pretty much they're confined to have to do these things off of what these demons tell them how to do it. And so these rituals that they're doing ultimately have to be more overt because they need that power, man.
There you go. And then those false flags, what happens is once they happen, then they're able to implement more laws and decrees to take away your rights, man. Yeah. Take away your so-called civil liberties, man.
But to disguise that, they're going to give you fucking Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson and all this bullshit.
All that bullshit.
So you don't even realize that your civil liberties are being taken from you.
Niggas is getting hit with psyops left and right, man. Distractions, breaded circus, you know.
But behind closed doors, here it is. They're installing the infrastructure as we're going into.
Yep. To
where you had the FISA, where pretty much the cars are going to be able to surveil you. Mm-hmm. So if they deem you not adequate to drive, then the car is going to have a dead switch on it. It's just not going to let you drive. Right. You know, then they got the flock cameras and everything, which we'll get into that later on, but just showing you this is where we headed.
Yep, that's it.
Gotta add to that verse before too. Because that word, going into the nations wandering after the beast. It's Strong's G 2296. It says to wonder, to marvel at, to be held at admiration. Right? So as the priest was going into, Esau has had access to these demons unlike any other nation has ever had, man. So now they see the great magnitude they've been able to lift themselves up at, and they look at it in awe, man. Right? They see how far they've been able to reach and accomplish, and now they're trying to grasp at some semblance of that same power, man. That's why they've ran after them in their same ways and customs.
Right. This is Revelation 20:7. That when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. Yep. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. You know, and that's where we're at. All right, the end of Esau's reign, because the Lord gave him a little season to go out there and deceive the world. That deception is pretty much culminating with this technocracy that they're about to bring in. They're telling you the promise of peace, safety. That we're about to make the people gods. Everybody's gonna have robot chefs and maids and physicians.
We're transcending.
No, bro, you're about to go into a digital prison to where you're gonna be surveilled for every little thing, man. You're gonna be charged for everything, like you did a video dealing with the tokenization. Yep. Nigga, you gonna get charged to be able to breathe, to bust a nut, to go to eat meat, to do whatever you want, bro. Like it's everything that you want to do is gonna charge you.
Yeah, like I said, life gonna be one big ass subscription.
Literally. That's where we're coming, man.
Yep. He's a madman. You know?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, I'll go back to that verse too.
It was an episode of Dragon Ball GT where they showed you that when they went to that one planet, and literally every penny, like every second was a penny. They using the shower, they watching TV, they lay on the bed, and it's just money. Granted, they had like millions of dollars. They was in there for like an hour already. Yeah. So they showed this is where we going, man.
This reminds me of that movie In Time.
Oh yeah, just
the time.
The time.
That was a bad movie.
Yeah, that was bad. I make a watch that. Yeah.
Huh? A while ago, it's on YouTube for free.
Yeah, because his girlfriend ran out of time. He went to try to save her, but she was already gone.
Because pretty much the more time you had, pretty much you're immortal.
Yeah.
So Justin Timberlake character got time for this rich man that wanted to die. Yeah. So now they were tracking him, and they saw like, yo, you ain't rich, so where you getting all this time from? Yeah. Time is money in that movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a dope movie for those that
Get
see
the programming for your ass, man.
Yep.
I gotta go back and watch that, man. You got it out?
Go
ahead.
Revelation 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
Yeah, his deadly wound was healed, man. And when that healing, going back to the revival of Rome, but when did that start? The Renaissance period, man. All right, when Esau got back in power. Right. After the Dark Ages, man. When Jake fell, Esau, rose up into the ranks. Mm-hmm. All right, started intermingling with the royal family, took the positions. Right? Took the throne, so to speak. Right. Go ahead.
Because I read back whenever Jake was ruling that he would bring Esau out of the caves and establish him up, teach him and everything, raise him up. But then it got to a point where Esau was trying to, was raising up in ranks. But even Jake, it was Jake's fault because Jake allowed Esau to come up in the ranks, man.
That's it, man.
Jake allowed him. He was like, you know what? Well, you know what? You're gonna be like my steward, pretty much, and allowed him to come up. But Esau, being treacherous as he is, he will backstab. He will do, start with the first royal crime family, which is what the Borgias. Over here murdering people, assassinating their own family, friends, all that, man. And that led to where we're at now, man. Was that first Maccabees, right? After Alexander died, and the generals got into power.
Yep.
We're talking about how evils began to multiply on the earth, right? So when Esau had power, we see the evil start to multiply, man. But it says, Revelation 13 and verse...
Going back to the Greeks, man.
Right.
Don't they say that the Greeks are the
civilization?
Yeah,
right.
The beginning of civilization started with the Greeks. All right. Go ahead.
It says, Revelation 13, in the latter part, verse 3, it says, and all the world wandered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Yeah. So like we said, nobody can come against NATO and America, EU. This revival of Rome, man. It's a powerful force. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Yeah, through this power structure, it said it was given a mouth of him to speak blasphemies, man. These are false doctrines. All right, these wicked philosophies, Go ahead.
It says that he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Salaki, read 6 again, Salaki. Read 5 again, Salaki.
5.
Yep.
Revelation 13 and 5, it says that there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies.
Right.
And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Yeah, that period of time that the 3 days and a half, 350 years.
Right.
Right, on which they had our people in slavery.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High.
Yep.
To blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Yeah, he did that through iconoclasm, man. Right? Renaissance period. What did he do? He defaced and burnt all the images of the prophets, the saints. He painted them white. Right? He tried to hide, certain information about us ruling. He blasphemed the name of the Lord. He set himself up as the Lord, right, which is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. He changed the angels to being white, naked white man, little naked babies, right? And you go on Google and type in the angel of the Lord, you're gonna get naked white man with wings, or you gonna get a white woman with some wings in the back, or some naked baby angels, right? So he blasphemed the Lord, right? His prophets, his name, his people, his saints. He did that. You got something about? Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. Just laying back on the same sentiment, it says, and later opened the book of the law, all right, going into the scriptures, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. And ultimately, Esau Edom essentially illustrated himself as if he was the Israelites. He illustrated himself as if he was the Most High. And then also, in the time period of iconoclasm, Renaissance, and stuff like that, he went through and different areas to where Jake was ruling. He'd knock off the statues, noses, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To ultimately, paint over history.
Yeah, that's why they try to shit on Jake. When you learn about the Dark Ages in school, they say it was a period of time where nothing was going on. Right. Nothing was happening. It was just an age of darkness and disparity. No, it was colored people ruling, man.
Yeah.
All right. It was dark-skinned people ruling Europe. Right.
Them trying to hide history. Because even when you look at the term, they tell you the Dark Ages, or they say the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine means backward.
Yeah.
Why is it backward? White people were being ruled over by black.
There you go.
It was a dark time for them.
Yeah.
Dark time for them,
Niggas
exactly.
was in the caves, goddamn with lights and shit.
That's it. Exactly. Committing incest, eating raw meat.
What they call them?
The wild men. The other one, wood wolves.
Wood wolves, yeah. You get them old tapestries, man. The Edomites were savages, man.
That's it.
You know?
So all that shit they talk about Jake now in the present time is all projection of them.
Yeah.
They are the monkeys. They are the Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Right? They're the savages. They were the niggas Tarzan and shit.
Right.
You know, they try to associate our people with that shit. That was them. Eating raw meat. All right, committing PDF. All right, molesting kids and shit, man. Bestiality and shit. Right? That's them, which they could. That spirit lives on in them to this day, man.
This is Job chapter 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Now we're the mockery, man. Right? But like Job said, I would have them disdain for my flock, meaning we know how they get down with these animals, man.
Right.
You know?
We know about the brothels. They got dog brothels.
Lamb brothels and shit.
Hey, it came out that a lot of these farm animals that get slaughtered, Esau will pop them before he kills them, and then you serving meat that you didn't goddamn, you know what it is, man.
Exactly. Wicked, man.
It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whose old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness and former time desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes.
Hey, this is the wild man that we brought out in the Dark Ages lesson, man. That's the wild man. All right, walking on all fours, it was hairy as hell. His whole body was like a hairy blanket, man, a hairy garment.
And we still see Edomites like that today.
Yeah. You know?
They're really the only nation that get hairy like that.
Exactly.
They be shaving it too to hide it, but
yeah.
You can see it.
Hey, let it. You see a lot of that with these homeless Edomites, man.
Right.
You let an Edomite out there, he'll shave, and then like 2 weeks later, he already got a full beard.
Full beard again, man. That's how you know. That's part of who he is. He's a hairy man. He can't get away from that, man. Go ahead.
It says, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. And it came out with that. The reason why they ate that, because that's what sustained them, all right, not die off of the parasites and shit, man. You know?
This nigga had, when it shows you in the tapestry, nigga had claws for feet, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And you see that today, it's showing you that's them, because you know the reason why a lot of one of America's popular foods is marshmallows, man. That comes from Esau. You know, Jake don't really eat marshmallows like that, man. You know? Right. Yeah, nigga like being in the woods, man.
Exactly. That's his nature. He was the man of the field.
I was about to say. It says they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
Yeah, Drake drove Esau to the mountains, man, them caves. Clefts of the rock.
It said to dwell in the clefts of the valley, in caves of the earth and in the rock.
That's the caveman. It's so easy that the caveman can do it. They were showing you back then in them fucking Geico commercials.
And you know that's the pride in him. He relishes in that history, even though he doesn't want to admit it. Because when have you ever seen a black caveman?
There you go.
But I was gonna say, even in Esau's the shields, back in the ancient times, they'll put the same the wood rolls on either side to show them where they came from. Right?
They know.
They had pride in it, but it was ashamed. It was looked upon by the mothers.
Yeah. But this man got the nerve to call you a fucking monkey, man.
Right.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah, they said that we would be in fucking the loincloth. Nigga, that was you.
Yeah.
We had, bro, they try to shit on Gad like we was in the forest with no, bro, we had clothes, bro.
Yeah, thriving cities.
We had clothes, thriving cities. Shit, the infrastructure that Gad had on America before Esau got here was way better than the shit we got now.
Esau took the methods on that, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they know that when you look at Grenada, however you say it, they said that was so symmetrically put together that they can't replicate that.
There you go, man.
You know?
So the truth is destroying all the lives of Esau, man. You got it, man.
Verse 7, among the bushes they braved. After the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
They were children of fools, children of base men. They were low lives, man. Yeah. Look how they live now. Right? Look at the shit that they push as far as like policy-wise.
Oh.
Right? It's all degenerate. It's all anti-Messiah, man.
It's laws in Babylon. You can look up like crazy laws where Edomites have put on the books that you can marry animals You can marry. You can leave your will, your whole estate to a fucking fool, a pop. You know, you can pop dogs. You know, incest is legal in some places with this devil, man. What nation do you see on the earth that do that really?
Yeah.
Like
a sodomite can have multiple partners, right? But let a nigga get a side bitch.
right, which is goes back to their custom because it's pedestrian. You know, back in Rome, man.
In Greece.
Greece, yeah, but they literally have little boy sex service, man.
Yep. To this day. What you think the Epstein files was about, man? Right. That's their culture, man. Boy lovers, PDF files, Nambla, right? What's it called? Nambla. You know, which they called it. What's the new name? Maps. Yeah, but it was a new name. They changed it.
Yeah, Nambla is Maps.
Mindly attracted persons or some shit like
that's
that.
New shit.
Yeah. This is the devil, man. Yeah. That's them.
But yeah, Nambla was Man Boy Lovers Association.
Wicked.
But then they're trying to say that they're trying to condition the people because they're slowly reintroducing it because now pedophiles are now part of the alphabet.
Exactly. Wicked.
You know, so they're saying that it's no longer wicked. It's a sexual orientation.
Wicked, man. Preference. It's a preference. Yeah. But that's the mind. You said they were children of fools, man. They were base men, right? So now you get that. You got it, brother.
It says they were children of fools. Yea, children of base men, they were viler than the earth.
They were viler than the earth, man. The earth is in the current shape because of the rule of the Edomites, man. Okay? Esau can't get away from that. You try to blame it on the small hats. No, it's the people in the White House. No, it's you people as a whole, man.
It's the nation.
It's the nation.
The nation of the Edomites, man. In fact, it's an LT. It says they are nameless fools, outcast from society.
Outcast from society, man. That's why the Most High got to get rid of these people, man. And the heavy thing about it, what are they trying to do? They're trying to get rid of the Most High through his pseudoscience, man. See? He's, like you said, they're trying to remove the presence of the Lord out of the earth, man. Okay?
You look at nations that have done dirt. You got
that's the spirit, man. And that's the spirit, though. You know what I'm saying?
But you got a guy like Alistair Crowley, who is known as the most wickedest man in the world, man. This man he's been kicked out of multiple countries in the world. Why? Because the same policy that's being pushed out.
Exactly.
All right? The shit that you learn in colleges is learned off of witches and pedophiles, man. You know? Your psychology is taught off the rhetoric of fucking guys like, what's that nigga name? The dude that was touching, he did the experiments on children. See, they get pleasure from
doctor.
What's his name?
Not Sigmund Freud.
Nah, he came later.
Damn, I forgot. Damn.
I forget his name. Somebody look that up real quick, man. And they did a whole. They talked about it on that documentary.
Yep.
But that dude, you know, so a lot of the psychology goes back to pedophile shit. Man.
Exactly. Yeah, like it came out. We saw the video. Whoever brought it out. Documentary of why they were burning. They were burning books in Germany, right? At the time with
with the Nazis. Yeah. Because the original alphabet pedophiles, PDF files go back to the small hats. Yep. Alfred Kinsey, that's his name. Yeah. It's him and another dude too. Something money or something like that. But these two guys, they're the basis of what you learn in psychology. A lot of shit that you got Jake going to school, got to get them useless ass degrees in psychology and all that shit. You're getting that off the backbone of nasty niggas like that. Exactly. Sigmund Freud was another nasty weirdo nigga, man.
Exactly. But that's why they were burning books, man, because those small hats were pushing like they're doing today.
Yeah.
The same sex bullshit,
the
transgender, all that shit. That's why they were burning them books, man.
Sexual liberation.
All that madness, man.
Because ultimately it goes back to the children of Satan. Because homosexuality is one of the highest forms of Satanism out there, man.
There you go.
Because if you're opening yourself up to homosexuality, your spirit is open for all demons to come in.
There you go. And Esau, not to rant, but Esau has done studies on these people who have adopted that lifestyle, and they got all types of psychological issues. Yep. They on drugs. They suicidal.
And what's that go back to? Demons. Yep. That's why when you look at the old medical books, they classified homosexuality as a medical condition. condition.
Yep.
But then they said, going even further back, they said the medical condition was really demons, going back to the Middle Ages.
There you go. There you go, man. Them people are sick, man.
That's why the going back to Revelation 20, dealing with the deceiving the nations.
Yep.
That's what the Age of Enlightenment was about.
Yep.
Moving from the Bible to Esau's pseudo-science.
There you go. Yep. And then now it went from the transformism to now transcending of merging man with machine. That was all part of that transhumanist doctrine.
So who was that? Peter Thiel had the interview.
Yep.
He was talking about that. It's like, yeah, we're past people changing their sex.
Yeah,
we need you to go beyond. We're trying to get you to become one with machines, robots, man. Putting your consciousness in the cloud, man.
Right.
So not only you gonna have gay robot niggas out here, man.
Right.
This shit gotta go, man.
Yo, you remember the movie Fifth Element?
Oh yeah,
how the people were?
Weirdos, man.
That's what's going on now.
Hunger Games. You saw all the leaks. They were weirdos, man.
Yep.
I got one.
Yep.
This is a Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
They come back out. Go ahead.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Yeah, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Because wisdom for his life.
Right.
The shit this devil does for his death, man. That's why you don't have a lifestyle in America. You have a death style, man.
Right.
From your food. Hey, they named it the SAD diet. Standard American diet. That's sad. Because nigga, you eating it and you becoming depressed because the food doesn't nourish you, man. It don't even feel you. It just tricks you.
Exactly.
You know, to the education system, it's programming, man.
Yeah, nobody's learning nothing.
Go back to the McGraw, them niggas that wrote those books, man. Those were Freemasons, man. Yeah. Funded by the Rockefeller Foundation, man. Same with all the Cancer Society, diabetes. These are all companies forwarded by the devil. These elites, man, to destroy you.
And it makes sense because I always wonder. They like, look, all of this shit is in the food. And it's like, who the fuck is putting this shit in the food?
The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Why is that in the same sentence, man? Because it's witchcraft, man.
Crazy.
Sorry, you read that again?
Done. This is a Sirach 19 and 22. It says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Right, so it said neither at any time, meaning there's never been a time in history where the word of Esau was something to look to as wise.
It was never beneficial.
Exactly.
Because everything that he's doing is modernized shit. Right. And I always bring out that word modern goes back to being opposed from the past. It's like opposed to the past. Right. So what he's saying is that the old way no longer is useful. What I'm telling you now is what's working.
Yeah.
And are we looking at everything? Is it working? No. Society is the worst it's ever been. The world is the world is running back to the flood state. Unless you know that this shit is about to go under, man.
Yeah, I saw in the documentary, I don't know, it was like GMOs, but it was dealing with one of them transhumanist people, whatever. And the Edomite said, we're here to fix what God made wrong. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So that's the pride of this damn devil, man.
Get that in Genesis, where he said that he made it good, and then look at that word good. Show you that's some bullshit that devil said, man. That's why the scriptures say he's a forger of lies and a physician of no value.
That's why they're pushing his pseudoscience to be the way for humanity now. Now look, we're a step above the Most High now, man. The Most High, he messed everything up. We're here to fix it. That's what he's pushing. You know, we got science. You know, we got AI. You know, we got lab-created humans and meat and shit. You know.
So Genesis chapter 1 and verse 4. And the powers saw the light, and it was good. And the powers divided the light from the darkness. I get that word good.
Because when you read the creation story, after everything was made, it always was that same sentence. It was good.
Good.
So he said that God messed up. So he's going against the scripture. That's why you had with the Bill Gates and one of them people on the right that said that they want to use AI to rewrite the Bible.
Oh, yep.
It's H2896 to Wab. It says good, pleasant, agreeable. It says pleasant to the higher nature.
Agreeable, because nature coincides with itself, man. When you look into how the Lord made things, man, it works together. Like I seen something the other day, just to give an example. Birds communicate with each other. When they broke it down. So birds when they're chirping, they telling the trees when the pretty much bear fruit. They're telling the grass whenever to bring forth the different plants and whatnot. So the earth is literally communicating with itself to bring forth life. So how the fuck did the Lord fuck up when everything works with each other?
That's the mind of the devil.
What they call synergenic.
Right. Read out the definition.
He's completely adverse to the Most High.
He's the only nation of people on the earth that has declared war against nature. At least at some form, the other nations know how to live with nature. Esau is the only society that literally fights against nature. This nigga's talking about dimming the sun, blowing up the moon. He's adverse to life, man.
Radiation in the ocean.
He's a bug out. He's the original bug out, man. Go ahead.
It says pleasant, agreeable, pleasant to the higher nature. Jumping down, it says a good thing, benefit, welfare, prosperity, happiness.
It said pleasant to the higher nature. Because the Most High's influence is in life.
Right.
Everything that you see out here, even inanimate objects that you think don't have nothing going on, they have the Spirit of the Lord in it. Man. Because you look at like the stones, for example. The stones don't have life, but it's a spirit in it. And that spirit, you can use it to help amplify your body. Right. You know? Energy from it. There's energy in everything, man.
Pretty much like we showed that video on Instagram, the tuning forks.
Right.
Pretty much stones operate in a similar fashion as that.
Right.
They have their own frequency and they're used for various reasons.
Right.
That's the reason why Esau is over here tapping into the uranium. Because they know it has energy, it has some type of power to it.
Like even if you go touch a tree, you have a thing called tree hugging. You touch a tree, you're literally getting energy from the tree that's from the earth. Right. So that's why they say go touch some grass. When you ground, you're literally getting the electricity from the ground, and the negative ion that's on you go into the ground, and you receive the positive. So you reset yourself, man. So everything works together, man. But this devil, he's adverse to life, so he has to have it his way where he can explain it. If he can't explain it, it's not real.
Right.
This is
Slocky, I want to read this real quick. This is from the SPCK Bible Atlas. It's dealing with what we're talking about as far as the earth. It says, long life and strong offspring were obvious signs of divine favor. All right, meaning that the Lord, He's for life, and so He gave everything in the earth to continue to bring forth life, to enhance life. So when you become one with nature again, life it's better. But when you become one in the spirit, it becomes even more greater, man. So this is why Esau has done a great number to try to keep our people from coming back to this knowledge, man.
That's what the scriptures say. The world became weak through age. The further the world rulership ran away from Yahweh Shemel Shai, the lower the life expectancy became. Now you gotta work. It's a surprise when niggas make it past 21. Huh?
Oh, I gotta get this. It says dealing with the descendants of Adam and Eve from Seth to Methuselah to Noah. So we jump into this part. It says, not surprisingly, the other well-known feature of these lists, extreme human longevity, most notably Methuselah, and his record of 969 years, has prompted much debate among biblical scholars. Modern scholars note parallels in ancient kings lists where centuries, even millennia, are ascribed to rulers' length of reign, suggesting a similar practice for Genesis. Others theorize better immune system untouched by disease or a more pristine environment enjoyed by humanity in a world free of industrial toxins and pollutants, and even unknown methods of dating to rationalize the extended chronology. So ultimately, what allowed Methuselah to live as long as he lived because he was close to the Most High. Enoch, his son, he taught Enoch was Methuselah.
The other way around.
Other way around.
Yeah.
So Enoch taught Methuselah. And that's why he was able to live like that. But as we see, as you mentioned, life expectancy has been dramatically cut short because we drifted further and further away from the Most High. That's been done by design. That's why the scriptures say, at this point, man makes it to 70 just off the pure strength. Man. A lot of A lot of people you see today, they dying, especially after the COVID jab, man. They dying at like 16, 17, 20, 21, man.
You're an OG at 25. Yeah, you won't get 25. That's so you know how cooked we are as people, man.
You're a grandparent at 25.
There you go. That's great. You got it. Go ahead, I'll go back to you.
Revelation 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Yep.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them.
Yeah, so he made war with the saints. He conquered Jake, man. And put him into slavery right here in Babylon the Great, America. Go ahead.
It says, and power was given to him, Salakia, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Yeah, Esau is ruling the earth through the revival of Rome. Okay? Go ahead.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world.
Yeah, this we talked about the other day, going into the lesson on AI, and how pretty much these technocrats in Silicon Valley want the people to bow and worship AI as a deity, as a god, right? So we're in that time, and we see many people are going to be willing to take that MOTB technology, man.
Yeah.
You know?
$1.99, we're talking to AIG.
Come on, man. Exactly, and they're going to buy into the fact that, because right now they're pushing that the idea that you can be super intelligent. Okay, you could surf the internet through your brain, through your eyeballs.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, like Black Mirror. All these so-called technological advancements, people are going to buy into that, man. So they're going to be willingly to bow down and worship the beast system, man. All right,
bro, and it's not hard to imagine, because if you take a person's phone away, bro, they're gonna bug out.
Right.
So when they tell you that because they already had them talking about that, like Bill Gates said that last year, we're moving past the smartphone.
Yeah.
The smartphone is gonna be inside you.
Exactly.
So the people that still have access to social media and everything,
Right.
They're gonna jump for that.
Biometrics, man. Now you can now you got telekinesis now because you got a chip in your brain. Right.
And that's funny you said that, because now they're saying that that's always been a possibility for humans to achieve that, but they want you to be able to get that through the computer.
Yeah. Through that nano. It's called nanotechnology, man. You got it, brother. And it came out too. Let me find it real quick. Somebody get a quick precept. I want to read this real fast. It said now they have the technology to control the body. I saw this on social media. Let me see if I can pull it up.
They show you that on Upgrade though, man. I forgot the other two movie with the chick. Implant or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they showed this.
Siri whooped her ass. She was whooping her ass.
So Psalms
Man,
1,
motherfucker doing seizures.
Yep.
Psalms 144 verse 11, it says, "Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity," and that vanity goes into that NWO. It says, "And their right hand is a right hand of falsehood." When you go into that right hand of falsehood, it goes into his deception. So by means of his deception, he ultimately tries to push forth his enterprise. I.e., how he had people ultimately dependent on their phones. Now it's into what they call like the Aura rings and stuff like that. And then after that, it's gonna be the chip.
Yeah. Smartphone. Because they told you what they was going to do. Remember, RFK said they would get into the wearables. The wearables was the next step. That's why you have the Apple Watches, the Aura rings, Fitbits, and whatever others. And it's going to go from the outside the skin to inside the skin. So it's been a gradual conditioning of getting you ready for that chip.
Exactly. And here we go right here. Read this for me, y'all. Read the first two swipes. They patent this thing, man.
All right. So this is from Stern Drew. It says they can remotely control your cells with 5G and MR to the N to the A jabs.
Yep.
Rockefeller U.S. patent.
So all the people who got inoculated, who got the JAB, they got nano particles put inside them, right? Nanotechnology. Go
and
ahead.
to add to the jab, you also got the nano particles being sprayed on you by the
There
chemistry.
you go. So this is all being confirmed. There's a patent, all right, behind this. Read on out.
It says the global elite plans have been blown wide open. Does the patent registered in the name of Rockefeller University spell the end of humanity's biological independence? It says nanoparticles and cellular modulation is our body just a remote control now? The emerging U.S. patent number
Is our body a remote control now? See? So how is your body a remote control because of what they put inside you?
Right.
So this is dealing with the JAB. Imagine when they put the MOTB in you.
Right.
You see?
You already don't own yourself. You got the jab. You now belong to Jesus proper. You're no longer considered a human being. You're Homo borgenesis. It says the emerging U.S. patent number US 107-86570 lays bare a blood-chilling truth. According to the document, it is now technically possible to remotely modulate and direct cellular activities using ferritin nanoparticle composition.
And you know what's happening? Not to cut you off. I remember about 10 to 12 years ago, we were warning you about this, man, because they had videos of Esau. They had the scientists that cut open the head of a bull, and they put the chip in the bull's brain, and Esau was using a fucking remote control to control the bull. Did the same thing with the rats and monkeys, man.
Make them mad on command.
Make them mad on command, make them go to sleep on command, right? So imagine if they put that technology in a human, what they can do.
Yo, they show you that it's a show on Apple TV called Monarch, and it's dealing with the beasts like Godzilla and King Kong and all that. And they were doing that in the show, trying to control the damn. Really, that was just dealing with Leviathan. Right. But they were saying they can control Leviathan with that. Man. It says radio frequency waves known as 5G technology are being used to stimulate those injected nanoparticles from mRNA-based systems in the body. This enables remote management of cellular functions.
Yeah, so basically the jabs were like the foundation.
Yeah, they're like the motherboard.
Exactly.
You essentially been made into a computer.
Yep. Right.
So, like, when you look at the design that the Most High did with the body, your cells are pretty much like a motherboard. Like, each cell, you have like a mitochondria, which is like the powerhouse for the cells. Yep. And then you have the different cells that all operate together. They all operate together. So each cell. Remote control that's pretty much controlling that for you.
Yeah, what pretty much controls any type of robot or body is a processor chip.
Yeah.
You know, through that processor chip is how you're able to transfer that signal to a remote or whatever.
Right. It says
we can turn you off, bro.
Right.
You got a kill switch.
Yeah.
And they're showing you with the technology. If the car has a kill switch, if anything else smart technology got a kill switch, you don't think if you got a chip, they're gonna have it in there too. Right. Why did we brought it out? Why do you think there's cyanide in that pill? Exactly. I mean, in the chip.
Right.
If you go against the New World Order, man, they're gonna turn you off, and that cyanide will kill you.
Full control over your being.
Total control, right? It says, but what is the goal? To control human behavior, hormones, and cells with a single signal.
Read that again. That's crazy.
It says, but what is the goal? To control human behavior, hormones, and cells with single with a cells with a single signal.
Yeah, so this man is literally God over you at that point, man. Right?
Rockefeller's Global Health Organization, the same bloodlines pushing depopulation for decades. This is why they rushed the jabs and rolled out 5G worldwide while silencing all questions. Mm-hmm. Our bodies are no longer ours. They are building the ultimate smart grid inside you.
They're building the ultimate smart grid inside your body through them jabs, bro. Now imagine when they roll out the 6G and they push that MOTB, it's a wrap, bro.
And Trump said that.
Come on, man.
6G is going to be under the skin, man. So everything was orchestrated. That's why we was warning you, don't take that shit, man. Yep. Mm-hmm. Why would you go to the devil for any help? When you know this nigga's whole MO has been to kill you.
Never trust that enemy.
Hey, it's something you can look up called the Masonic Creed. And when you read that, it's literally them admitting that all the shit that's been killing people, that's been making you sick, it's all been done on purpose, man. So it shows you never trust our enemy.
Come on, man. We were warning y'all niggas, man. We were screaming, top of our lungs, don't take that shit. Fuck that job. Right. The Lord will give you a new job. Don't take that shit, man. Niggas got proud, start making songs, right?
Niggas on the camera, get my shot.
Yeah. Don't tell me what's in it. I'm just gonna stick my arm out. Don't tell me what's in it. I don't want to know.
Man, what happened to that bitch, man? Ain't nobody seen her since, man.
You know?
Hey, you should have got privy to that when they showed that nurse when she passed out after she got that shit. And they checked her Facebook. She had a post since, man.
You had kids having heart attacks. Kids at 5, 6 years old. 5, 6-year-old kids having heart attacks. Bro. They said the women that were pregnant that got it, they said the baby in the womb was having heart attacks.
They saying now that the jabbed women that are having children, those children are dying. You know? But that go back to showing you it was always depopulation.
Come on, man.
So much so, because around that time, that's when that show on Prime was heavy. The one with Mr. Rabbit, Utopia. And they showed you the nigga that was supposed to be the evil dude, that was Bill Gates. In the show,
I did a video with that video clip.
And they showed you, he said that jab was the make people sterile. Depopulation.
Yep. They had the turbo cancers and all that stuff.
Yep.
Shit, all those athletes that was just dropping dead in the middle of their sport. You know, they had that compilation. With the bodies hit the floor.
Soccer players.
Niggas were just dropping dead.
Football players, basketball players, all just dropping in the middle of the game.
In perfect health.
And nobody knows that.
These niggas pride their bodies to be at top performance. And these niggas just drop dead.
Dropping dead. And nobody has the answer why.
They said, I forgot the term, but pretty much cardiac arrest became like one of the top causes of death.
And myocarditis.
That was even in the children. And children are supposed to have heart problems that early.
Right, exactly. Wicked.
Not medical advice.
Exactly. They say medical advice, you know. So yeah, let's go back to that. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's all the spirit. But I wanted to bring it out, man. You know?
This is Revelation 13 and verse 9.
Again, this is not medical advice.
Right. Yeah. Don't sue us.
Yeah.
We are not your health practitioner.
Exactly.
Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
That's right.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's right.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, and that's the future of Esau and you heathen nations, man. You're going head first into captivity under the Israelites, man. Right. In the kingdom of heaven. Job 30 and 16. All of thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Yeah, and that two horns represents that two-party political system, man. Right. The Republicans and the Democrats, man. Back then, during ancient Rome, you had the plebeians and the patricians, man. All right, and they're all in league with each other, man. Just like the Democrats and Republicans now, man.
Two wings of the same beast.
Two wings of the same beast, man. Okay, read that again, Doc.
May I get this real quick?
Yeah.
You add to that point, that 2 horns that speak like a lamb. It says, First Maccabees 8 and verse 15. It says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. So this is talking about the Roman Empire. Right? How they pretty much had that senate house. You know, they had the like you said, the plebeians, the patricians, same thing as now. Right? The Democrats, the Republicans.
The voting
and all that.
Voting goes back to Rome, man. That whole voting thing, that whole process goes back to Rome.
Yeah,
man.
because before them, it was the monarchs.
Right.
And they established that 2-party system where you elected officials would pretty much be in the power seat.
I got you.
That wasn't normal prior to Rome.
I'm gonna add on. You got some more slides?
Yeah, just one more verse. Just to add to what the brother said. First Maccabees 8 and verse 16, and that they might commit the government to one man every year. Right, going into that, they voted in a person to be a president. Right, it says who ruled over all their country. They were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. So just back to what the brother said.
And we see that same dirty politics shit that was going on back then today. Because what were they doing back then? They was smear campaigning each other, you know, backstabbing, assassinating.
Yep, exactly.
You're seeing the same shit, but instead of it being an actual assassination, it's character assassination.
Yep.
Right.
All these commercials slandering the next candidate, man.
Yeah.
Same tactics.
Yeah. I want to add on to what you was reading there in that first Maccabees 8. It's like you said, ancient kingdoms had a monarchy, man, where you had the king, and then when the king left the throne, you had his son that would take his spot. His
Well, patriarchy.
Yeah,
correct word.
exactly.
You know, monarchy is the same.
Daniel 7:7. And after this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, which is the ancient Roman Empire, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, right? Because the Romans were known for the use of the sword, all right, power, okay. It says, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So going back to what we were talking about, man, you know, they had the Senate, okay, they had a voting system where they would vote their leaders into power, right? It wasn't like that in ancient kingdoms, man. That's what made them diverse from all the other beasts, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Back then, you had the king, and then his heirs, which would be his sons, would take the throne.
Yep.
And they would die.
Exactly. But Rome had a Senate and a voting system. Right. That's what made them diverse. That's what made them diverse from the other beasts, right?
Right. So they're the ones that brought in democracy.
Yeah. I was about to say that, and that democracy goes back to demon rule, because it's really an illusion. Because it's to give the people the illusion to think that your vote or your choice matters when everything is already decided for you.
Exactly.
Because this new, if I can add, this new order shit ain't nothing new. This has been years and years of planning, because these elites have done a good job of trying to keep that job alive. Getting to this where the descendants that's today, they know they go back to those same lines back then, man.
Just adding to that Daniel 7, you know, it talked about how it stamped the residue with the feet going into, it destroyed the remaining monarchies, man. Right? So everything after the Roman Empire started to trend towards those democracies, those two-party systems. And you see that completed with America, man. As they spread democracy across the earth. How everybody has, what's it called, prime ministers and presidents and things of that nature.
Parliament.
Yeah, where the fuck is the prime minister at in the scripture? Right. And Benjamin, not a Jew. You know, where is the prime minister? Where does scripture say we will have a prime minister?
Right. Oh, hey. I want to add too, you know, just to show you that this is all an illusion. Really, those are like some girl, in middle school or something, did a history of all the presidents, and they're all related.
They're all related.
So if they say, oh, what you gonna grow up to be, you know, when you grow older, so you can say a president. That's an impossibility unless you're related to that line.
Because even from there, they're grown from a young age. Like you have that thing they call it the young global leaders.
Right.
Whereas the members of WS, they grown these people to be in these positions of power, and then they send them to these secret society schools like Yale, Cambridge, and things like that. And they group them up and teach them how to you know, pretty much be that actor that's just gonna be in front of all the people. You know, so you see guys like Trump, Putin, Zelensky. All these leaders, man, they all were groomed to be in that position.
Bush, Obama.
Yeah. John Kerry.
Yep.
All of them, man.
You gotta read that letter.
Because really, when you go into it, just backing up what you said, they're all related.
All related. Yeah.
They're all just they're changing, because we know that they're known for changing their name.
Right. They're part of that lesser luminary class. Yeah. But going back, Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon.
He spake as a dragon. This is where we at now.
Right.
All right? It says he spake as a dragon because right now they're presenting this AI as a form of a messiah. Yep. All right? These technocrats have put themselves in a position of a savior. Real quick, go to Matthew 24. And where the Lord said, be not deceived, some they'll come in my name. Deceiving many, rough paraphrase. Give me that real quick. Come in a little bit. Go ahead.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
Matthew 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Go up, no, actually, go. That's a good one.
Five.
Five, yep. Start at 4.
Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that no man deceive you. Go ahead.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Many shall come in my name, saying that I am Hamashiach, and should deceive many. So you right now you got these technocrats. They're coming in the authority of the Messiah, presenting themselves to be saviors, man. And the Lord said they should deceive many. This technology, the AI, real quick. You have something to add in there? Go to 2 Thessalonians and read where it talks about he will come in the power of Satan. Yeah, and then get that word for you got another go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9.
Yep.
It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Who's him? The Edomite. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Go ahead.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yep. And
with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
Now go to that word lying wonders. Because this man, the Edomite, all right, he would come with the power of Satan to deceive. All right, the miracles, lying wonders. Give me that real quick.
You want the word lying?
Try lying.
This is lying.
The word pseudos. Yep.
G5579. It says a lie, conscious and intentional falsehood.
Yep.
It says in a broad sense, whatever is not what it seems to be.
Uh-huh.
Perverse, impious, deceitful precepts.
Of deceitful precepts, man. So he's gonna use the Bible to deceive you, right? Because right now it's the lesson that went viral, right? We found out that these technocrats are funding the Christian right to bring in this AI to be worshipped, man. Because a lot of these Bible Belt Christians, they know that this technology is associated with with end times, the mark of the beast, all right, the image of the beast, right? So they're funding their way to trying to convince that far right to accept this technology, man, to be the savior of humanity. Right.
That's why, like you were to earlier about how they're gonna have trouble bringing this in. A lot of those Christians, they're gonna fight back.
Right.
A lot of them was just figured out, knowing that this mark of the beast is got chips.
Exactly.
They've been saying that for years. So that's just showing you that this ain't gonna be no smooth transition like you think it's gonna be.
Exactly. So they're gonna try to tie this technology with the Bible and justify on why you need to worship AI and why these technocrats need to be the saviors of humanity. This is their way of justifying that, man. So a lot of deception is going to go out. Again, it said that he had 2 horns like a lamb, but spake as a dragon. Because really, at the end of it, it's all deception and oppression.
Yeah, how he'll get you. They'll give you, the illusion like, okay, you don't gotta do it if you want to.
Right.
But just like the jab. And so it started out as choice.
Right.
And it became, you want to do this, you need this.
Yeah.
And that's where it's getting with this chip. Because the society they're about to bring in, if you, like it's going to say later on in that chapter, if you don't take part in getting that chip, you're not going to be able to participate in society. You're going to be killed.
Yep. Heavy stuff, man.
I always go back to that quote. Because the new world is a new world under the rulership of Satan. Right. So if you're not willing to bow down and accept Satan as your God, you're not going to be able to live in this new world.
Bugged out.
Revelation 10 and verse 11.
13.
Also like 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast.
Yeah, ancient Rome.
All the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. The deadly wound was healed.
Yeah, the ancient Roman Empire. Now we're in the revival of Rome. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth.
So that he make fire to come down from heaven on the earth. Right? He did that through the atomic bomb. Right? You go back to Oppenheimer, the creation of nuclear weapons and all of that. This man has what's it called? The DO weapon. Right. Direct energy weapons, where he can bring down lasers from the heavens on earth, right? To burn shit up. You know?
Just missiles, phosphorus.
All of that, man.
Yep.
You got it?
It says, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Yeah, by the means of those miracles, man. Again, that pseudoscience is technology. People are deceived by that, because what's going on now, man? He's allowing a blind man to see. Right. All right, he can put a chip in a blind man's brain. Now he can see again. I can see. You know, a person that couldn't walk, all right, put a chip in his spine. Right. Now he can use the nerves to get his legs back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because what he's trying to do is ultimately what the Spirit of the Lord is going to allow us to do, Lord willing, we get that power. Because that chip is able to bring energy to certain parts of your brain, to access certain dead neurons, neural pathways, to give you the ability to seem like you're healed again.
Exactly.
But see, the true healing is going to come through the Spirit, to where it's not going to be no technology. You're going to literally be healed by the power of the Lord.
You're going to be made whole through the power of Yahweh Shem Rashad. That's heavy, man.
And even with that technology, you know, it's foreign to the body. So the body's going to be fighting it.
It's always fighting. That's why you got people that have like foreign objects in their body, different, you know, you have to get a kidney for somebody. You got to take medicine for you to be able to maintain that inside you, because your body is not meant to have foreign objects inside of it.
Exactly. That's why those who took the mark, what you say, they got a grievous sore. Yeah. You know?
Radiation created a fucking pus bump. It's going to show that, nigga, you got the chip.
Yep. That's the identifying marker that you took the chip.
That's right.
Revelation 16. You got it, brother.
That's part of you being a virgin. Being undefiled. Undefiled means that you didn't allow nothing to penetrate you. Spiritually and physically.
It says, Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Yep. Which he's doing now. Right. People are heavily deceived through this pseudo technology, man. Go ahead.
Pseudoscience, pseudo tech, you know, pseudo religion.
Yep.
Everything's pseudo.
Yep. It says,
nigga, you gonna have a life that's not life.
Yeah.
Nigga will be in the metaverse getting taxed like you in real life.
Exactly.
This is where we're going to, bro.
And you can't get no bots. Like we got these robots.
Yeah, like in Futurama.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Robot strippers. That's real. They got that shit now.
You know? We got to step beyond the fleshlight now. You know?
They got the shit now in Japan. They have it to where like you can be in a webcam with a girl. She got the toy to show, act like you popping her, and you got the shit. It's giving you pleasure. So it's like y'all fucking through the computer.
That's crazy.
That shit is weird.
They got
bro.
the VR headsets on.
Yeah, so it's like
crazy.
You looking at the action, but the machine that's doing the sucking and the shit that's in her going in, bro.
You got the metaverse, man. You getting some buns in the metaverse. That's crazy, bro. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
What's your man? Ew.
Yeah.
You in contact?
Yeah.
Fluid? We gotta exchange fluid?
Yeah. You got it, bro. That's crazy. It's the world we in, man.
I think this is normal.
It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
All right. Again, we are in the revival of Rome. Now it's a modernized technocrat system.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Yeah, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? So this modern society that we live in now, all right, is just a Roman system reborn, man. Okay, the Roman principles of economy and government are now back now. All right, being exercised today.
Example,
right?
You had Rome. They had the freak off spot was Pompeii.
Right.
That's why they consider Pompeii Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. So here in America, what's the freak out? You got Vegas,
Right.
Atlanta,
Yep.
Houston, same thing. You know, just giving that as an example.
Exactly.
God, this is Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, because they went down after Rome, but then ultimately Rome 2.0 came back in America, Babylon the Great.
Right.
It says, and build the desolate places. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And even, present day, they're still building up, but they understand that their rulership is ultimately coming to an end. They're still in the spirit of building up.
Yeah, they said America is at the worst financially it's ever been. Yet they're still building up fucking apartment complexes. They're still building up these new businesses. Here it is. All your favorite fast food chains are going out of business. Yet they're still building up new food chains.
Exactly.
Make it make sense, bro.
He said they would build, but I would throw down.
Finishing out, it says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Woo,
and ultimately, everywhere Esau, Edom rules, the location as far as the time period, it's always wicked. Greek, Rome, and America, Rome 2.0, America.
And they know that the Most High is against them. That's why everywhere they go, they have to always import. Because the Lord is not dealing with it. The earth is against it. He said the earth will not yield its fruit.
That's right.
So that's why everything is import everywhere he goes.
That's it, right.
Because all he does is consume. He doesn't know how to produce.
That's it, right.
He can produce wickedness.
It's a parasite.
That's it.
Right. You got it, right? Go back.
Revelation 13 and verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yeah, they're speaking now. They're speaking now through America, man. They have this AI infrastructure that's being pushed now, right? And they're telling you, look, if you ain't with it, you're going to be persecuted. You're going to be banished from society. See, it's speaking now. Even the AI is literally alive, man.
Yeah.
All right? They're talking about how the AI has surpassed human intellect.
Yeah.
They have no control over it, right? It's the ruling entity, God over society. All right? So that the system that they're rolling out is speaking, man. Right. Okay? You got it, brother.
And I get that quote I was talking about earlier, because in order for you to take part in the technocracy that Esau's setting up, you got to have to bow down and worship that AI. Man. Right. And the main defining factor of that is the chip. So this is a quote from David Spangler. He was the director of planetary initiative for the UN. It says no one will enter the New World Order unless he or she will make a pledge to worship Lucifer.
There you go.
No one will enter the New Age unless he will take a Luciferian initiation. And Luciferian initiation with the chip. It started with the juice. You already showed you down for the beast when you took the juice. Right. So now it's that chip. Then that's the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, because the Roman Empire, what did they do back then? They branded their slaves.
Yeah, you have the reef.
Yep.
So even with the Egyptians branded their slaves too.
Yep.
Modern day slavery, telephone. So this Babylon, this is the ultimate branding, to where that digital oil is going to show forth that he is your master.
That's it.
It's no longer Yahweh Shem.
That's how he plans to cut you off. And that chip is going. That chip is likened unto a. But give me that perpetual block. Put that in your search Bible. It's in the Apocrypha, right? See, he plans on perpetually blotting you out. Okay. Or type in blot.
Sirach 11 and 33.
Read that.
Sirach 11 and 33, it says, take heed of a mischievous man.
take heed of a mischievous man. Watch his ass. Right? Go ahead.
For he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot.
Lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. So that mark is likened unto a perpetual blot. It's going to mark you out of salvation. There you go. I'm going to get that word blot. Right? In a common definition, right? Bear with me. Let's go to the Merriam-Webster.
While you're getting that, I want to add, because the ways that he's taught the world, they're blotting you out of life now. Homosexuality, idolatry, all anti-Messiah thinking. But that chip is going to be the like I said, the nail in the coffin. That's going to be the defining factor. Because hey, if you was an adulterer or a mo, you can still repent. But if you take that chip, there's no repentance for that. Man. Revelation 14 chapter tell you that. Man. So that's to show you that's why we're so fervent on warning you not to take that chip, man. That's why it's a big. That's why GMS constantly goes into that. And I know y'all hate hearing that, but it's a must-need warning that must continually go out because this is where we're entering into, and they're going to fool you into thinking that's a good thing, that this is the next, technological advancement. That this is good for the world, but it's all a snare to destroy you. All right, and pretty much destroy your spirit.
Yep. I got it right here. This is on the etymology online for the word blot. It says likely derived from Old Norse, meaning a spot or stain, or related to Germanic roots, indicating a mark, patch, or blemish. It says it meant to stain, spot, or erase with blot out, obliterate. Okay, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to obliterate you from salvation. He's trying to erase your connection with the Most High. That's why I said, beware of a mischievous man, for he works wickedness. Right? Yep.
This is off the Free Dictionary. Blot. It says to render invisible or unreadable by marking, obliterate.
Yeah, you're unreadable. There's a word I'm looking for. You're unrecognizable to the Most High.
Yeah, because the Lord has real quick, that says, well, you were beautifully and wonderfully made, because the Most High, His Spirit is written into our essence, man.
Sure.
All right, from our DNA strand to even when you breathe in and out, you're giving praise to the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
That's heavy, man. To wipe out. That's what it means, to blot you out, to wipe you out, man. Right? You got it.
So Psalm 139 verse 14, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well.
Right. So Yahweh Shah has created us to be, a walking image of Him. Down to your cellular makeup, man. So if you take that chip, not only is He rewriting your genetic makeup, He's completely rewriting you into a new creature. So now, as you said, you become unrecognizable to the Lord.
There you go.
So continuing on.
Yeah, that's that. So when they talk about transcending humanity, that's what he really talk about putting a chip in your ass, man. Right? Now you're not even a human being no more, man. Right? You're a new creation according to His image.
You're a cyborg.
Right. You know what his goal is, because years ago we was talking about the VMAT2 gene.
Yeah.
And how the jab will block you out from having access to that gene.
Cut your connection off to the Most High. It's got to say that. That's
right.
You said that. It says to remove or block from personal memory, personal public remembrance. Move the Most High out the way, right? It says to bring moral disgrace.
Yep.
That's what that chip is.
Exactly.
According to Revelation 14, it says that the elect were without God. They were unblemished, man. They were pure. They were virgins, man.
That's it. Let me add on to what you said. Psalm 62 and 4. Yeah, you got it, brother.
It's off the chat GPT. I just asked him to parallel the blot to the mark. And it says both function as visible or spiritually visible identifiers that result from who or what you align yourself with. It says the blot comes from a mischievous man. The mark comes from the beast, a corrupt system or power. It says the blot damages reputation, character, or moral standing. The mark signifies allegiance, participation, and submission. It says the deeper connection, the blot can be seen as the internal and moral staining that begins with compromise. The mark is the externalized and finalized form of that alignment,
right.
Open identification with corruption.
There you go. Yep. So you take that chip, you are no longer in moral standing with the Most High, man. You're compromised, you're cooked. Right? That's why He said those who take it, Revelation 14, you're gonna be part of the second death. The Lord not playing, man.
You're no longer a pure creation.
That's it.
know, because that's like, because when you read Revelation 12 chapter, it talks about how when the Lord begins to visit the world, I said, woe to the earth. Those get that report. Yeah, he's gonna get all the animals and everything.
He's gonna chip everything.
They're all defiled.
Yeah.
Esau has changed.
So Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So the Lord got to reset everything. It's like what happened during the time of the flood, man. Because the animals are defiled. Like I said, Esau, the mixed seeds. You know, a lot of these animals, they're unclean. Like I said, you got fucking fish with herpes. You know, birds, chlamydia. Gate that atrazine make the frogs gay. There's all type of weird shit that Esau done to pollute the animals. Right? That's right. So everything got to get cleansed. Right? Everything. And that fire is a cleansing agent. Right? You know the water. That's why we have the rainbow. All right, that rainbow is the covenant blood. We're going to flood the earth with water. But this time he's coming with fire. Fire is also a cleansing agent just as water.
Right.
This is what these devils go into these World Economic Forums and things of that nature to talk about, right? Now in 2020, Yuval Noah Harari said this. He said, now in the past, many governments and tyrants wanted to do it, but nobody understood biology well enough, and nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. So what do you think these data centers are for? What do you think all this AI is for? Right? What do you think all them trying to get all this power and water and all these things heaped to themselves is so that they can ultimately hack your entire existence, man, through that mark of the beast?
Yeah, that's what makes them omnipotent or omnipotent on the left-hand side. That's through this technology.
Right. Do what Nimrod did.
Exactly.
This time he has actually the capability. That's why, what did Nimrod try to do? He tried to make himself as God. Right? So now Esau coming in that same stead, painting himself as God, man.
So he's going to fall.
Yeah, you got it.
Psalm 62 and verse 4, it says they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
They only consult to cast him down from his excellency, man. That's the whole reason of him trying to chip your ass, man. So he can block you out, so he can cast you down from your excellency, man. Now you're no longer connected with your Yahweh Shem Rashad, man. And this man is diabolical, man. That's why when you read Ezekiel 28, it says that he's wiser than Daniel, man. There is no secret that he can hide from thee, man. This man searches out everything, man. His heart is deep. He does a diligent search. Okay? This man is really a madman, a psychopath. You know? You got it out.
It says they delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
Yeah, that's it. That's him. You know? So let's go back. We'll finish it out. The chapter, and that'll be it.
Revelation 13 and 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
That's right.
That the image of the beast should both speak.
So we understand that now. Go ahead.
And cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yeah. So once that system is implemented, and those who fight against it or have something to say, you know, you're gonna be cast out.
Right.
You know.
Right. Thrown into these re-education camps.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're gonna have to accept, you know, that Satan's gonna be your God, right? The pseudoscience, pseudo-religion, all that fake shit that he's coming with, you're gonna have to accept all that, you know, and also the MOTB.
Yep. If you want to live.
If you want to live, right. So it says, verse 16.
So you think the Lord not gonna intervene at that time?
Right.
So you think the Lord just gonna sit back and be idle at that time, man? And things are gonna be happening, man. That's why the other day we talked about what miracles, divine intervention happening. And the Lord gonna be there, bro. You gotta believe that. You know, some of us may have to perish, be martyrs for the truth. Hey, strive with the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. You know, so no matter what, hey, 10 toes down for Yahweh Shem Rashad, man. Don't sell out. Okay?
No compromise.
Yep, that's it. Because hey, even if you do compromise and you give in, you still gonna be trodden over, man.
Right.
He's still gonna kill you.
Yeah.
See that? You got it, bro.
As a matter of fact, if I get that,
That's a bet.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 68.
Yep.
For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle.
And people don't even know they merged through Palantir. They merged federal government, state government, local government, all together as one. Right? So when that time comes, they're gonna unleash them on everybody, bro. Right. Anybody that's against the system, anybody that has a particular viewpoint that's against the status quo, you marked. Mm-hmm. Right? Go ahead.
It says, being idle with things offered unto idols, mm-hmm. and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
Yeah, see?
And in reproach and trodden underfoot.
Yeah, so those that consent, those that give in, all right, well, look, I'm going to go ahead and sell out because I got to feed my kids. Right. I got to eat, I need money. I got to survive. Right. Yeah, no faith, right? You still going to be he's still going to kill you. Yep. He's still going to have his way with you. So why not stand 10 toes down for the Lord? Right. Right? Because there's no way out. Right. It's better to trust in the Lord and have him fight for you in that time than to compromise and give in. Right. Keep your integrity, man. Right. That was the point. I'll go back to that.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, that mark is the Greek word for that word mark is charagma. All right, it's going to be an incision that's going to go inside the body. Okay, it's a physical mark. It's not a spiritual mark. That mark is the chip, the microchip. All right, which they're planning to release, man. This is why, like we talked about all week, hey, this war, the Iran and all of that, it's costing money for America, man. They're already at like almost $30 billion over this Iranian war, man. So America's gonna go broke behind this shit, right? And when they collapse the system, what's the next form of payment? Right. What's the next form of currency? It's digital.
It's a slow bleed. What they want to do is pretty much, like you said, cause the inflation, everything to go up to make life to where you can't afford it. The economy's gonna crash. Yep. And they said, look, we got the solution for you. The universal with the
high base income.
Yeah, something like high income. It's like universal basic income.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you a stipend. You're gonna have that a month, and then
you ain't gotta work no more.
Yeah. You can just sit at home and do whatever.
That's crazy.
Just put the noose on your neck. That's all you gotta do. That's noose on your neck. They jerk you around where they want you.
That's it. That's how it's gonna go. And people gonna give in.
And then it's gonna go from that to where you want to continue to take it.
Yep.
Get this chip.
That's it. Right.
It says, Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, and that word causes, when you look it up, it goes back to constitute. So when they push it, it's going to be law. They're going to have it already written in decree. Then look, it's mandatory. You got to get this thing.
It's been in play back during the Obama administration. It was in his documents.
Yep.
And you looked at the Obamacare and all that. So from there, it's been going forward ever since. Like that video we always talked about with Biden.
Yep.
A long time ago, he was like, "You will vote on this thing that was the
Mark
chip."
my words.
And then what happened? He ended up bringing in the Biden bucks. We started the CMB, like the CBC, the Central Digital
CBDC.
Yeah, that. It's like
that's it.
And it's from there. It's continuing on, man.
Yeah, like Trump said. He said 6G is going to be in the body.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Already is. You look at all his cabinet. All his cabinet is forward in there. Not the eyes.
Yep.
RFK.
All the technocrats.
All the technocrats that's around them, man. All forward in the chip, man.
Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all of them. Right?
And even with that, show you that was a snare. Because we went into with his grandfather with Technocracy Inc. They said they want to take control of the political system and pretty much put those people in power so they can be violent.
Don't they go back to the Enlightenment period or something like that? Where it was like the 60s, 50s, where they had like the so-called smart people community come together and to be the rulers of society.
That was the whole point of why he was like he wanted Denmark and all these different countries. Yep. That's what they wanted.
Exactly.
So everything is one big ass game.
Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, so no man so that no man might buy or sell unless you have that mark, man. That's going to be the new form of currency. All right, the new form of bartering, man. Okay, globally, not just in America, all around the world, because all the countries are on board with this technology, man. Right. Okay. Go ahead.
Y'all going in the same direction.
That's right.
Look at the EU right now. I think Spain, they already introduced the digital ID to the airports. To where if you're gonna go into their country, you gotta get fingerprinted.
Yep.
You gotta get the facial scan. You know, the whole what's it called, the
Iris scan.
Yeah, but what's the term called, the
Biometrics.
biometrics? You
Yeah.
gotta get all your biometrics done, man. Even some of these other EU nations are applying that soon, man.
Yeah. Because then when the C-19 came out, hey, Switzerland, they weren't under lockdowns. They was chilling
They were chipped already.
because they were already
Yeah.
chipped. So they didn't have a lockdown over there in Switzerland, man.
Israel, I mean, the fake Israel as well.
Yeah, them too.
The fake Israel.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, 'cause they got the system too. Go ahead.
Of their father, who?
Verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Yep.
For it is the number of a man, and his number
It's the number of a man. Who's the man? The Edomite. Go ahead.
and his number is 600, 66.
Yeah, shy, size, stigma, man. All right. So that whole what Apostle John saw in that vision, he saw pretty much this whole technological system come to play, man. The AI, the chip, okay, social credit scores, robots, okay. He saw all of that, man. This is what he was breaking down. That's why he said, "Here is wisdom." You gotta have the spirit to be able to count the number of the beast, man.
See, he's
Right?
he gonna send it like, oh, you gonna live like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Futuristic. But it's a
It
dystopian.
was all a snare.
He's trying to sell it as a utopia.
Yep.
But it's really a dystopian society, man,
Yep.
where everybody's gonna be under lock and key,
There
man.
you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
So how about this? 666 is a man worshiping himself. The final beast system. What's everybody up on nowadays?
That's it, man. That was it. Yeah, that's it, man. So, hey, anybody's got any questions? Hey, well, look, and we pray that this camp was edifying. We're going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Only one, man. Only one. I appreciate it.
Yeah.